Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Dirty Hands TV. And this morning, we are down in Bakersfield, California with Sadie and Bud. And we're gonna attend to a few things down this way. We're gonna head out to the ranch. We gotta go meet with our realtor today. Got a piece of property down here that's going on the market. So got to do that, and then we're gonna go out to our off-grid compound / ranch with Sadie and Bud, and we're gonna see how everything's going out there. We're gonna go check on our cat loader 914. We've been doing a lot of work to that thing, and gonna go see how things are going with that. So stick around, it's gonna be a good video. Sadie and Bud, where are you? It's got some moisture on the ground here. I don't think it really rained a whole lot, but I know up in Mammoth it's snowing right now. Come on. Let's go, guys. Get up here. We're gonna do some stuff here in Bakersfield today. Go ahead. Go, Sadie. Get in. Sadie, get in. Go. You guys ready to go? Huh, Bud? Ready? Bud's ready. All right, let's get after it, guys. "44 degrees. Today we are back in Baco, and got several things to do. One of them is meet our realtor. We're gonna go meet with him at 9 o'clock and get this 22 acres that we have up and listed on the market. Hopefully we'll sell that thing quickly, and I got some plans for that cash. I'll let you know in the future what we're gonna do, but for right now we're just gonna try and sell that thing. Also, we're gonna go by the yard, the patent yard, and we're gonna check out that 914. Isaac and the boys have been working on my 914. It's the new addition to our fleet. It was that thing was beat up pretty badly. It looked great in the pictures. I'm sure all the pictures you've seen, it looks really good, but it had a lot of corrosion issues. It was used at a fertilizer plant. I'm pretty sure they lied about it at the auction where I got it, and I'm not going to say any names on that auction, but I don't think I'll be buying anything from them anymore, because the thing looked like brand new, and then it had 2,000 hours registered on the on the hour meter. So I bought it sight unseen, which was kind of risky. I've done that in the past with equipment, and I've gotten lucky sometimes, and this time I didn't get so lucky. It was that thing was hammered. The pins in the bucket were completely wallered out. We had to rebuild. Mike had to actually rebuild the arms, and just put a ton of work into the thing. I mean, we didn't pay hardly anything for it, but now we've spent well over $10,000 on it. So we're still in it pretty good, and it seems to run great. The engine sounds great and runs great, and I think it's going to be a good loader for us. But as with anything, just kind of like when we bought that John Deere a couple years back, we spent a lot of money on the John Deere too. We got it really cheap, but that 724 that I have, we spent a ton of money getting that thing back where it needs to be, and it's been a good loader for us ever since once we finally put all the little missing pieces into it. It turned out to be a pretty good loader, but yeah, so we're gonna get our day rolling. Why don't you guys hang with us, and let's see how it goes. Wow, it's actually down here, it's nice to see like some real clouds in the sky for once. That's pretty awesome. Had a storm roll through last night, and it's This looks pretty neat. Let's get up here up on this overpass, see if we can get a better vantage point. Those clouds are kind of making their way over the mountains there. Nice clear bluebird day here, guys. Very, very nice. Yeah, those are natural clouds and they look great, and I love to see it. Got a call from Chuck this morning. I guess he's not working. It's probably too wet. Everything's wet. So we're gonna pop into our local spot that we eat when we're here sometimes, here in Bakersfield, and it's J&M's Bar and Grill. Can't really do the bar part right now. I just got to do the breakfast. I got to go meet the realtor, but let's grab some breakfast real quick. Talk to Chuck. Wait for Chuck here. Morning. So here's our good buddy Chuck. He worked with us last year with the Plow Brothers. Tell us about your experience with the Plow Brothers last year, Chuck.
A lot of snow.
Yeah, it was. So we're gonna have a little breakfast, and then I'm gonna get out and see what's going on for the day. All right, that was a good breakfast there with Chuck. Good to see him. Been a while since we've seen Chuck. Like I said, last year he helped us run loaders up there. He's a heavy equipment operator for the union, and he had some downtime last year because it was so wet. He ended up there with us for a month or so, and so we were just kind of reminiscing on stuff. Had a little breakfast. Haven't seen him in a while. It was good. Now we're gonna head over and meet Miguel, our realtor. Sign some paperwork with him on this listing. Hopefully Miguel's gonna get that thing sold for us real quick like, and get some money in our pocket. All right, we're gonna make our way down to see Miguel. It's a nice view out the office here.
Yeah.
So we're here with Miguel. He's our realtor.
They got the freeway going.
Cool. So we got our real estate agreement here, and
Ready to go.
with Miguel, our master realtor here. And he's been great to us. We've done a lot of deals together, so appreciate that. Thanks a bunch.
Have a good one.
And okay, we got the property listed, and now all we got to do is get a buyer. Let's get out to the ranch, guys. So we're here on the streets of Oildale, California, guys. This is where I was pretty much born and raised on these streets, and spent a lot of time here at a younger age. And here we go. This is a prime example of things you'll see in Oildale, California. This is the kind of thing you'll see all the time. Something like this. Look at this. What in the world? What happened there, guys? It looks like that thing, like a bomb went off. Oh, they wrecked. They definitely had an accident. I'm gonna take you guys out to our other smaller ranch. It's 20. This is the one we're trying to sell right now. I just signed a listing agreement with Miguel, and we're gonna have the photographer out tomorrow. But I'm gonna go out here and it's been about 6 months since I've been out here. So let's go check it out, see how things are looking. I know the grass is way up there and been getting some moisture, so see how muddy it is, but spent a lot of time running up and down these streets as a child, a younger kid. The good old Chester Avenue here, and still looks real familiar to the way it did when I was a kid. Definitely the homeless and that kind of thing is really ramped up quite a bit. Oildale's always kind of been known as a substandard area off of Bakersfield, but in the later years, I mean, when we were kids, it was kind of the wild child area of Bakersfield, but it was still, it was, I don't really have a lot to say bad about growing up here, but now drug use and homelessness has really gotten out of control. It's just the California way, this is how these representatives in California, these people that supposedly represent us, they don't. These programs and all these things are not generated to help the people that they say they are. It's more about the money, and the folks putting on the programs, those are the ones that benefit from them. But that's a whole nother subject. We won't really get into that. Let's get out to the ranch. Our place is up the road here. It's about 6 miles north of town, so make our way out to the foothills, and should look really beautiful out there right now with the latest rain that we've had and all that good stuff, so stay tuned. Here is the good old Bakersfield Speedway. So this was it still is, it's a dirt track racing that goes on out here. Typically a Saturday night hangout, and I remember spending many a weekend out here watching these dirt races, and a lot of the local oil field community are involved in the racing, and pretty fun place to come out and watch some racing, have a few beers, and hang out with some friends. Starting to see a little bit of that green popping through on these hillsides. So that was going to be the home site up there. That's our neighbor right here. But originally Lori and I were going to build a home up there on that. And that actually is one of the highest points around here. You can see all the way back to Bakersfield from there. And this is our other neighbor over here. It's a little wet. As you can see, wow, there's some water ran down through there, didn't it? That's a big old hole right there. Pretty darn wet still, but I'm gonna see if I can make my way up in here. I'm gonna have to kind of drive around that, but yeah, nobody's been back here for probably a good 6 to 8 months since we've been over here to this place, and so you can see the road here has grown over, but oh my goodness, that's a big failure right there. Hell, I don't know if I can get up through here. Am I gonna try and straddle that, or am I gonna go off to the side here? I think I'm gonna have to hug this left side. That's about about 10 foot long by 2 foot deep, massive hole right here in the road. So that water must have been running like no other coming down off here. It's a cool place though. Somebody's gonna want this place. So I'm pretty optimistic we're gonna sell it quickly. And I feel good about it because we've got the other place over there, which is, as the crow flies, it's actually right over the top of that mountain, about 2 miles due west of this property. All right, we made it through that. That was gnarly. I can't believe how bad washed out that road got right there. You gotta be real careful and not run into any other spots where there's a big hole or something along those lines. I want to take you guys up to the top, We may have to walk because there's a road that goes right up there, and it goes up to, that was where the home site was going to originally be. And I started building some pads out here, and I cannot believe how the grass has just grown over, taken over everything. It's kind of cool. I like it. I mean, these were roads. Last time I was out here, these were all roads. Of course, Sadie and Bud are just chomping at the bit to get out, so we're gonna let them out. They want to sniff around. They gotta sniff around. Here was like a little staging area where I used to keep some equipment. This Mustang here actually, it actually belongs to Ed's stepson, and they're gonna have to come get this thing, especially if this property sells, or it's gonna get probably donated with the property. I think it's a 64. Maybe somebody can enlighten me on that. I believe it's a 64. I'm not sure though. Anybody out there know what year this Mustang is? Got some Beamer wheels here too. Some nice Beamer wheels. Anybody want to buy those? Let me know in the comments. There's some pipe. I want to take that over to the other ranch. We'll definitely come back through here and pick through what we want before this place goes to a new owner. It's just a great location though. It's the last 20 acres out here that has not had a house built on it. So I would say it's pretty desirable. I mean, everybody else has got homes. Home there, home there, home right here, home back here. This 20 right here is the last one, guys. Oh, they're after stuff. Sadie's hunting. I made that pad about 3 or 4 years ago. I was gonna put a shop on it. And then this is the road that goes up to where the main house would have been. See if we can walk up there. So the guy that I bought this place from years ago, he called this the water slide. And he just was infatuated with this, the way these are. And he wanted to put like plastic, and he actually wanted to make this a huge water slide that went all the way down to the bottom. I never really quite got behind the idea, but looking at it today, I mean, it does definitely resemble a water slide. And yeah, his thing was, you know, how we're gonna have a water slide out here. And I always thought that was kind of funny, but hey, to each his own, right? It kind of does resemble a water slide. I'll tell you one thing, if you made a water slide out of this, you'd be doing 100 miles an hour by the time you got to the bottom. I know that much. But you can see how it goes up around there. Pretty neat. It's the water slide. So this is a really beautiful view. They got dusted last night with some snow up there. We'll make our way up the driveway here. This would have been a pretty steep driveway, but I was gonna lay down asphalt. Still would have been a steep driveway. So there's the start of the water slide. All the way down, guys. That would have been one heck of a water slide. So here we are up top. Beautiful 360-degree views on this place, guys. Anyone there in the comment section interested in this place, let me know. I'm selling it, but you got all the foothills. The views here are much better than our other place, and the elevation's even higher, so you get way up there. This is the highest point around, and this is where I was going to build the house. So And as you can see, everyone else has built houses around here. They all have 20-acre parcels. Like all these parcels are like 20 acres each. This one here, that one there's 20. And then there's a big ranch behind here that just goes on for thousands of acres. And that's just some private ranch, cattle ranch. But I love this area out here. It's a beautiful area. And at one time thought it would have been a great place to build a home, but you know, plans change. So hopefully I'll get this sold and somebody else can enjoy this. So this place definitely has some nice elevation changes to it. A lot of up and down here. And quite a few usable areas too. Got a nice pad over here that I started. I got a really big pad right there. I got one up on top and then the pad right here for the equipment. So there's quite a bit of usable space here on this property. Dogs love it. Probably about time to have a mega bonfire out here. That'd be a cool one there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of Granite Ranch, we called this one. And this is Granite Ranch, guys. It's gonna be probably the last time we get to tour it. Now we just got here to the main compound. I'll tell you, it's a little wet out here, guys. I hope the road's not too bad going up. I'm about to find out. Just beautiful green pastures. Definitely a little moist. Not too bad though. So here's a different view of the same mountain range. Like I said, our other property that we're just at is, as the crow flies, pretty much right over that way. A little bit different elevation over here, not much. Everything's pretty close to the same. Everything's pretty much looking just as it was when I left it, except for the wind kind of blew around things a little bit. There's our New Year's project that we did. So the rain gauge stayed up too. Just be able to see how much we got. Oh boy. Oh fuck. What the fuck, man? Okay, so it's been about 9 or 10 days and We were out here on New Year's. I got my gas and everything all hooked up on my fridge, and then I had to redo my solar in the trailer here. And looks like the battery's still holding good with the solar, and the fridge working just fine. It was still nice and cold in there, kept my beer cold. So that was cool, which means we've got we can leave it long term. So this thing here is charging just like it should. Solar panel's working properly. That's awesome. Everything's going great. Got my big gas tanks here. Lots of propane. No worries there. I think Friday we'll come out with the fam and have a bonfire out here. What do you guys think? I got my fire pit ready, and it's just beautiful out here right now. I think that sounds real good. Maybe Friday, come out for a bonfire, ride some dirt bikes on Saturday. It's gonna be a good day. What do you guys think of my little wagon trailer here? I think next time I'm out, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these wheels. I'm gonna get this thing up on some blocks and pull the wheels out, or pull the wheels off and go get them replaced. And this thing's gonna go behind the little Pioneer Ranger. So cool. It actually has rear steering. So it's got the front steer, and then there's a linkage that hooks up to the rear. So this thing has like front and rear steering. Both of these trailers have that. These are vineyard. These came out of a vineyard setting where they used them for harvesting grapes. And this one's a little bit heavier duty, which I'll use this one maybe for a small tractor or for the Ranger, the Polaris Ranger. It's a little bit bigger. It's also got the linkage and the rear steering and all that. Pretty neat little trailers. I got them at that auction, same place where we got the 914. They're beat up, but we only paid, I believe we paid $400 for the pair, so we didn't do too bad. A little bit of elbow grease, and these things will be a really nice addition to the ranch here. Okay, everything looks good out here. We're gonna head on back into town, and we'll come back out tomorrow, and hopefully we're gonna come out here tomorrow and have a nice bonfire. That ought to be fun. Now we're at the Rosedale headquarters in Bakersfield. You can see all the equipment shenanigans going on back here. Looks like Isaac's over here working on stuff. Dirty Hands TV, boys. You get this loader whipped into shape, get it on a trailer, and get it up to Mammoth. I've been wanting to get this thing up here badly. We got this trailer all dialed in, looks great. This is the connection we made for the back of the truck. Trailer set's nice. It's ready to roll. So we're ready to ship this thing up. Just doing a little bit more work here. So what do we have now?
The ram, gonna repack it.
Yeah?
Repack it, yeah.
Clayton's getting ready to put the new seat on. Looks like they redid the seat for us. So, brand new seat. That looks good. These guys are gonna pull off this ram and repack it. Mike already rebuilt the arm on the front here, this arm right here. You can see the corrosion on the bucket. They scraped it out really good, got most of the dead weight out of it. So that looks pretty good. We got a new cutting edge on the bottom here. So here we are back at the 914, this pedal assembly. So that's kind of what I was talking about when I said I'd Mike Guyver it. It's just a Band-Aid, but instead of $470 or whatever they asked for it, should work pretty good. Looks like they've already done their own little Mike Guyver on here. This thing's rusted off, so they put these little things on here to make a new hinge point. That hinge point was still pretty good, so yeah. Get it back on here and see how she works out. Let's see if I can do it. That's that. Doesn't move in the floor anymore. I think it'll work.
Original.
And that's that deal that Mike built for the pedal.
Yep.
Well, we just got to get a bolt for it.
I got the bolt.
Oh.
Waiting on him to put the floor mat back in.
So the brake's actually coming back like it should.
Yeah, I got one on both sides.
Cool.
I got a spring on both sides.
This thing's almost ready to go up, huh?
Almost.
Sweet.
Blowing out this heater core,
Yeah?
getting all that dust crap out of it.
I thought I got away scot-free on this thing. I think we paid 23 grand at auction for it. And it's just been one thing after another with the repairs on it. We've pretty much gone through the whole entire machine. It's been serviced. We got the new seat for it. We had to rebuild the pedal housing for the throttle because it was like rusted out of the floor. Like I said, this thing looks super clean and it says it only has 2,000 hours on it. I believe that the hour meter's got to be lying because we had to rebuild the lift arm in the front. It was completely wallered out and we had to basically put a bushing in it. And normally what you would do there is you would take it, have it line board and everything, but Mike's pretty good with that kind of stuff, so we just kind of did it here. He welded a bunch of material in there and then we drilled it out and added a new pin. And looks like he's extending that that arm out where he wants it. I think that's so he can take it apart to do the packing. We'll see. He's using a compressor to do that. This thing ought to be ready for the snow after today. And I'm gonna have Clayton loaded up on this trailer here and we're gonna ship. It'll be ready to ship. It's gonna go to Mammoth Lakes, California. That's where this thing's headed. So he's using air to manipulate that right now. I'll be very happy to finally get this thing up to up there, and let's put new glass in the front. And I mean, it's new to us, and we've gone through every aspect of it. It's got a new wiper motor on the front there. I mean, this thing should be dialed in for the season. I got chains ready to go when we get it up there. Throw those chains on it and be ready to rock and roll.